So Multiversus news has kind of been all over the place lately. We've had the various testing, open tests that have happened, and I think they're basically done now. They have the open test, the alpha. They're getting ready to have an open beta coming out in July. So excited for that, or I think they said July. It's coming up soon, and that way we can all play like a public beta. And from that, though, we've had, of course, some back and forth as far as who we think is going to be in the game, what features are going to be in there. They've released some stages, official pictures and stuff like that. There's, for the people that have actually played the game so far, they allowed them to actually post footage of that game, of the gameplay. And so, all that's kind of cool and get you excited for Multiversus. But it's still, a lot of people online are wondering who is going to exactly be in the game, who can we expect later on as the game goes on, and what characters are still kind of up in the air. So someone, of course, on lovely 4chan and Reddit, it's always those two, they have decided to post roster predictions and who they think will be in the game. And also, recent leaks supposedly have come out about two new characters, one that we've kind of been talking about, and one that I never would have thought would have been in the game. So let's get to it. Okay, so just to make this easy, I'm going to basically go over the picture that was leaked on 4chan because it kind of speaks to the leak that was done on Reddit. But I'm going to kind of go through it's basically one huge picture of the various rosters, the official roster, the data mine leaked characters that we've supposedly gotten so far or confirmed so far, or who we think is going to be in it so far. And then we have the leaked characters that may not really be happening, and then ones that are probably not going to happen. So, kind of that kind of thing. So let's just go through each of the different rosters, and then when I get to the very last one, I'll kind of point out which one the new leaks kind of point to. So, from the official roster, you have the Iron Giant going from left to right, top to bottom. You have the Iron Giant, Taz, Velma. We know Velma's been official. We have Arya Stark, Batman, Bugs Bunny. We have Finn. We have Garnet. We have Harley Quinn. We have Jake. We have the new, reindeer dog creature. We have Shaggy. We have Steven Universe, Superman, Tom and Jerry, Wonder Woman, and a character that will be revealed soon. So those are what we can expect to play at. And from some of the gameplay that I've seen so far, I think this roster will be enough to get fans excited and have fun with at the initial release. I think once you get used to these characters and they start really to see new characters, I think it'll just make it even more fun I'm excited to play it. I don't even know who I'm going to start off with, but I think by the time I start off with one and maybe try to get to play with the others, they release new characters, then I'll start, be able to team up with my favorite characters kind of thing. I think that's what they're kind of going to go for. But that's our main roster. And then moving on to the Datamine leaked roster, which has a lot of characters. But these are ones that I've talked about in various videos, from the leaked audio, leaked gameplay footage, move sets, stuff like that. So we have Gandalf, Rick, LeBron James, Raven. Still don't know what version of Raven. Based off of this picture, it looks more of what I would expect from, I'm like the original Teen Titans. I don't think it's going to be a Teen Titans Go. So I would say it's more of a blend, or more heavily leaned on that version of Teen Titans, the original Teen Titans. Marvin the Martian. Now, this is interesting. We have Gizmo and Stripe as more like a Tom and Jerry team up. Before it was more like Gizmo and then Stripe separate. So these look like they're together, from Gremlins. We have Godzilla. Don't see anything on here about Mecha Godzilla, but maybe that's like a version or something that happens, as the game goes on. Scooby-Doo. Of course he's got to be in the game if Shaggy's in it, and Velma. The Joker. Now, the Joker is one that was recently talked about in that recent leak on Reddit. We have Morty. Got to have Rick and Morty. Black Adam, which I find very interesting, but I guess since we may never get that Superman Black Adam showdown in live action in the DCEU, we have it here. Poison Ivy, because if you have one member of the Batman Rogues Gallery, actually two, Joker and Harley Quinn, right? Gotta have something else, and Poison Ivy makes for an interesting mix, especially with the Harley Quinn TV show. If you haven't watched that on HBO Max, totally recommend it. They kind of go hand in hand, so I can see why they added that. Static Shock, because let's have some more DC indie characters in there. Beetlejuice, which is, they gave him his real Beetlegeist name. But I love me some Beetlejuice. The Wicked Witch. We've supposedly seen some leaks about that happening, but I think if they're going to do that, we should have some Dorothy or something else going on in there. But we have the Hound and Daenerys. We have 11 from Stranger Things, which Stranger Things is doing really well. I haven't had a chance to start watching it yet, but if you've been watching Stranger Things 4, let me know in the comments what you think about it. We have Legolas, oh my gosh, from Lord of the Rings, which goes Gandalf. We have Emmett from the Lego Movie. We have Craig. We have these newer characters right here. Ninja, Brute, and Rex. These are all characters that they supposedly either are going to add into the game, like new characters, or have characters based off of these that we haven't yet seen. And then finally, if I'm moving on to the leaked characters that we have been talking about over many, many, many leaks, some we've been saying from day one, and now we have some new characters, so let's just get through it. So we got Johnny Bravo. Johnny Bravo, man, he has been back and forth, back and forth. If he's in the game, that's great. If he's not, you know, it's okay. I know a lot of fans want more of that Cartoon Network presence in the game, and Johnny Bravo definitely is a Cartoon Network character that people really resonate with and think that he'd be a good person to play as. Fred Flintstone, very classic Hanna-Barbera that goes with kind of a Scooby-Doo era. That'd be another character that'd be good to have in there. Samurai Jack, I think Samurai Jack is made for this game. Would love to have him in there. Powerpuff Girls, they have that new show that did not get cut at CW. I think it's still in development. It's still going to happen. So Powerpuff Girls definitely would be a cool, you know, team up. You've got the Tom and Jerry, obviously Gizmo and Stripe and some of these other pairings. So why not have the Powerpuff Girls in there? Definitely. The Animaniacs, they had their recent, you know, reboot on Hulu. Animaniacs are also, you know, very classic characters along with Looney Tunes as far as that kind of era. Would love to have them on there. Daffy Duck. If you have Bugs Bunny, you have to have Daffy Duck. Hello. And I've even seen somewhere in the leaks, you know, talking about Duck Dodgers, which is kind of like his space persona. If you have Marvin the Martian, why not just have Daffy Duck be able to have like a costume of Duck Dodgers? That'd be kind of great. Something I'd love to see in the game is Scorpion. They've been talking a lot about having maybe Mortal Kombat having a presence in this game. I know that violence and the blood have been, you know, topic of issue, but I think you can, for this purpose, dumb him down a little bit in that sense. And for the type of audience that would like to play, they would love to have Scorpion in the game. Either Scorpion or Sub-Zero, one of the two, or both. Give us both. Ben 10, would love to have Ben 10 in here with all his various aliens he could be. Why not have that happen? And the character that I thought was really weird, Jason Sudeikis is Ted Lasso. Yeah, Ted Lasso. The supposedly Warner Brothers made NBC Universal distributed show for Apple Plus. Yeah, Ted Lasso. It's on its third season, fourth season. I don't watch Ted Lasso. I heard it's a good show, so I haven't had a chance to watch it. But I don't think Ted Lasso is going to be in the game. I don't know why you'd put that in this game. Doesn't make any sense to me. This game, I think, is going to skew very young. This is basically going to be a Smash Brothers type game, which typically skews young. I know a lot of adults and younger adults play it, but typically this is going to be for more of a kid type game. So why the heck would you put Ted Lasso in there unless Ted Lasso's demographic is mostly of that age group? I doubt it. Now, in the bottom of this leak, you have characters that have been talked about in various leaks, but may not actually happen due to various reasons, mostly due to rights, negotiations, contracts, whatever that may be. So Mad Max is one of them, and I think that Mad Max would be an interesting character to have. I think there's a lot of props and stages and stuff it could have that go with, you know, Furiosa and stuff like that. You could have all that in there. So maybe once they get some things worked out, maybe Mad Max could be in there, but do I really think he's needed in this game? Not really. It'd be fine if he's on there. I don't know if a lot of players that are even playing this game even know who Mad Max is. You know, I did a video talking about all the various characters you could have through all the various IPs that Warner Brothers could be attached to. And some of those characters, I don't think most fans playing this game or most players playing this game are going to know who they are. So, Mad Max, nah. Now, the next two, I really would think would be a lost opportunity if Warner Brothers could not get them to be in the game. Harry Potter and Ron Weasley, if not Hermione or something like that. Dumbledore. Come on, Fantastic Beasts. They can at least give us Fantastic Beasts. If they can't get Harry Potter in check, give us Fantastic Beasts. Give us Newt. Give us, you know, Dumbledore Jude Law edition or something. You know, give us that. We could have that at least until we get Harry Potter added in there. They could give us that. They have rights to the Wizarding World and Fantastic Beasts. But, you know, with Harry Potter, I think because they've licensed out some of the movies, possibly even the IP for other uses with other studios or other companies, non-Warner Brothers, maybe even Warner Brothers game related, like game related, they're not able to get us that right away, or they're working on getting it. You know, it's kind of like that situation with Yellowstone and Paramount. You know, they were talking about how, you know, they learned when they licensed out the show to Peacock and NBC Universal, blew up over there. So Harry Potter, I believe, is still on. Is it still on Peacock? It might still be on Peacock. Soon to be back on HBO Max, or it kind of floats around various places. But right now, Harry Potter does not fully with Warner Brothers again, I think. So that's possibly the reason why we have not got it yet. Now, it's possible that I could be wrong and it's going to be on its way. But again, these are all just leaks and kind of up in the air as far as who we think will be in the game, what characters we think we're going to get, and when we might see them. So, based off of this roster list, who would you like to see in the game? Who do you think for sure we will see in the game? And when do you think we'll see them? Love your thoughts on the comments below. That's it for this video, guys. Enjoy that like button. Who wants to subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time on the Mashup.